Thursday, the Norwood Police Department announced that they had made an arrest of an individual that was running what they referred to as a grandparent scam. Chief Brooks recaps the arrest and gives tips to all residents on how to avoid being scammed yourself.
On Wednesday, our detectives and patrol officers arrested a man in connection with the so-called grandparent scam. So what happened is that a woman had gone to the bank on Tuesday and had withdrawn about $13,000 in cash. She returned to the bank later that day to withdraw more money, $40,000. And one of the bank employees became suspicious of it and tried to talk to her about it. And at first she was not forthcoming. So the bank called us and we went down and we talked to the woman. Well, come to find out, the reason that she wasn't forthcoming initially is because someone who had called her had told her that that there was a gag order and that she shouldn't discuss what he was discussing with her. The way that this had all begun to roll out was that this woman received a telephone call from a woman who was crying and sobbing, who she believed to be her granddaughter. And the granddaughter basically was saying that she was in jail in South Carolina. A man got on the phone saying that he was an attorney and asking the woman to withdraw money so that the granddaughter could be bailed out. Now, all this time, our resident, who's an 88-year-old woman, really believed that she had spoken briefly with her granddaughter. So that's why she had gone to the bank to take out the $13,000, but these people were a little greedy and they told her to take out another $40,000. And that's, of course, when the bank employee became suspicious. After we got involved and explained to the woman what was really happening, and actually the woman was able to talk to the granddaughter by phone to confirm all this, the woman immediately said that she'd be happy to help us and would play along. So when the call came in from the so-called attorney, she did talk to him and arrangements were made to send a courier to pick up the money. So the same man who had picked up the $13,000 on Tuesday arrived there Wednesday morning to pick up the envelope containing $40,000. Well, it was an envelope, but it didn't contain $40,000. It was a package that had been put together by the detectives. And when he received the package, detectives and uniformed officers moved in and placed him under arrest. He's a 25-year-old man from Georgia. And oddly enough, that during this investigation at the same bank, that same bank employee became suspicious of another set of circumstances involving a second person, a woman who does not live in Norwood but lives in another jurisdiction. And as a result, we referred that case to that police department. So I think the message here is multifold. So first of all, these scams are rampant. And in the so-called grandparent scam, the caller will pretend to be a granddaughter, a grandson, maybe a nephew, niece. They will typically say that, one, they've been in an accident, or number two, they've been arrested, or number three, they've been abducted. And they'll need cash, and they'll need cash right away. So that's something to kind of look out for. Really the best thing to do if you ever receive a call like that is call the person who is purportedly calling you. Now, our 88-year-old resident tried to do that, but the call did not go through because her granddaughter was in class in college. So that's one thing. Number two, these things are never true. No attorney is going to call you and ask you to get a bunch of cash and to go somewhere. You should call the police if you receive a call like that, and we'll help you navigate that. In the event that it is true, we'll help you with that. So I guess that's number one. And number two, really our hat is off to that bank employee. She did a wonderful job. She obviously was able to prevent the theft of $40,000 from the senior citizen just by being aware, being really on the ball, and calling the police when she thought it was appropriate. And as it turns out, she prevented a second theft on the same day. So my hat's off to her. Good work by our detectives and officers putting the whole thing together. And that 25-year-old subject is currently being held on high bail at the Dedham Jail.